few years ago, I figured out and I made these wooden drippers with grooves so that the origami fits in there. And then as simple as setting on a coffee mug. So someone on Etsy asked if I could do a similar thing for the Hario V60 Glass. And I said, sure, because they don't like this flange. So I'm going to do the video or videos of the entire process of figuring that out. First thing we do is a sketch. We will do it start with, so we'll start with a line, vertical line, going straight up, 80 millimeters, like so. Do that off of here, 28.5. We need a construction line. So let's do simple construction line. So we just have reference off of origin. So now we'll select that, shift and that, dimension this, 49 point, I think it was 363. Another line, and we need it at 60 degrees. So we set that like so. I want that to not be a construction line. It looks right. Okay. So we're going to add some points. Got that point. Then we need a midpoint, endpoint, another midpoint, and one more endpoint. All right. So then we take, select that dimension. And these are 10 millimeters. This one. 10 millimeters. Let's move these down. This one and this one. Let's go side so they're out of the way. All right. Okay. move these in here, like so. All right, so the next thing we will do is we need perpendicular line off these midpoints. Like so. And these are only 0.5 millimeter. Still had construction on. Let's fix that. That's one. I keep forgetting to turn construction lines off. But there we go. Let's make sure we do that. There. Now we do a fit point spline. And we go here to here to here, and we finish it. So it's this little green. We repeat. There we go. Now we have nice little concave, the arc. I can never remember concave or convex for that. So that looks like this. We'll do. We'll just start anywhere as long as it's coincident to that center. And we'll do 18, 35. There's a box there. Then we'll make sure it's at the right height by adding a dimension here. Up 30. That should move it up. Perfect. And then we will do the full piece block, which is a total 120 millimeters across, but we're dealing with half. So we will just do same deal, same location, edit 18. The math is easy. Half of 120 is 60. And we'll do the same thing. We'll make sure this is dimensioned against this. It's already constrained because it's off this coincident of the other box. So this over constrains it, but we'll just so that we have the dimension
visible there. We'll just say create driven. So now for the full piece, we're going to need two segments, the top side segment and the bottom side segment. So all we really need is to split this with two more rectangles. So you see this one here, which is very hard to see, but it says 32.5. And that's 10 millimeters high and 32.5 off of center, starting at the bottom. So, and it will make sense later what that's for, but for now, it's just another rectangle, and we will do 10 millimeters high, 32.5 from center, and there we go. And then top side one, and the total thickness is 18. So this right here, we'll zoom out, is the 60 mark and is 8 millimeters high on the top side. So this is the overall wood piece, but we need that box to come across here. So we could do it. We could do it as a line, or we could do it as a rectangle. I'm just going to do it as a rectangle again. So from here to here, and we'll double check. We can see it's 8 millimeters tall, 60 millimeters wide. So there we go. Okay, so we'll finish sketch. Let's give ourselves a little perspective on this. So for the test piece, what we want is this, this, and this. And revolve. And we want off of this center line. Like so. And again, I printed this. You can select this body, go to utilities. It might have been a plugin I installed, or it might just be in here. I don't remember. There's a couple plugins I have, but you go to make 3D print, and then you can export this body directly as an STL to your file system, and then to whatever slicer. I have Bambu, so Bambu Studio. Import an STL. And there you go. And then slice and print. All right. So next, we will do the full piece. So now we'll turn our sketch back on. Turn this body off. So what we will do here is we want this. This. And this. Then we'll go to revolve. Pick center axis. Turn on the other body. Click OK. Find our sketches. This was test fit. Model. All right. So now look at this from the front. We'll select this. Let me give ourselves some visibility here. And we want to chamfer this so it makes it smooth to the edge, which should be 10 millimeters. If we go past that, it's probably going to err on us, maybe not, but that should be 10 millimeters. And we start to get a spaceship look. Then come down here. Pick this one. Do this one as well. So we'll jam for that. See what that looks like if we take let's just do 2. See what that looks like. That's not bad. I think we're going to go with that. And we'll call that done and saved. Again, same deal. We can select this, go to utilities, make 3D print and print it. But that's that.